The Tunnel to Towers Foundation's 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit is a tribute to all who lost their lives on September 11, 2001, or from 9/11-related illnesses. This high-tech 83-foot tractor trailer transforms into an 1,100-square-foot exhibit, a tool to educate people about 9/11. Visit it in a city near you and join Tunnel to Towers on its mission to do good and never forget. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
Tim's taxes were an unbelievably tangled mess.
The IRS just wouldn't work with me. Then Optima got involved, and I mean, they really got involved.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
It's like having two lives, the one before Optima Tax and the one after.
Do what Tim did. Call Optima now for a free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Want to know the latest local headlines? Ask Alexa.
Just say, Alexa,
play 1040 WHO on iHeartRadio.
That's where everyone goes for local news, weather, and traffic.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by NHTSA.
The 2022 NFL season will kick off with the reigning Super Bowl champion Rams hosting the Buffalo Bills on September the 8th. The Rams are looking to become the first team to repeat as Super Bowl champion since the 2003-04 New England Patriots. The only problem? Rising star quarterback Josh Allen and the Bills are considered the favorites this season to bring home the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Chris Collinsworth.
No one close to you should have to endure the dreaded knock on the door from a police officer who must tell your loved one that you were killed in a car crash because you weren't wearing your seatbelt. So please, don't risk it. And remember, click it or ticket, paid for by NHTSA.
Smart speakers are only as smart as their owners. You can set your speaker to wake up with the latest news and information, or tell Alexa to set an alarm to wake up with 1040 WHO on the iHeartRadio app.
Hot and windy today with highs climbing close to 90 degrees this afternoon. Scattered storms will be possible tonight, some potentially severe, mainly in northern Iowa, and a low of 60. On Friday, partly sunny with a high of 70, and it looks chilly on Saturday with highs in the 50s. I'm WHO 13 meteorologist Joanne Ritter.
9:23 is the time. Need to know with Jeff Angelo is in the program. You are reacting to Governor Reynolds calling for the ouster of a sitting Republican in the Iowa House because he opposes her school choice agenda. On the American Topper and Accessories text line, 515-989-1040. Reynolds is out of line on this, says my texter. She's choosing a national agenda over local needs, choosing the agenda of suburban and Pella-type cities over rural folks. Your analysis is right, Jeff. Well, what I was analyzing was that she has endorsed a primary opponent for a Republican from Pella. And so she's picked an area that has a very prominent, very well-respected parochial school, Pella Christian. And so that's not a coincidence that that's where her primary endorsement has come, at least the first one, as primary voters, as Iowa voters go to the primary. And so the next question is, Jeff, does her endorsement really sway very many people? Or does the actual difference between the candidates do it? Case-by-case basis, honestly. Number one, understand that Governor Reynolds in the last two Iowa polls has a 52% or 50+% approval rating. So a popular governor does have sway in races. You're right. But does she have to pick and choose the races? Because, again, endorsing a candidate from an area that's got a very strong, very well-respected parochial school, well, yeah, I think it does make an impact. But if you are a Republican legislator in a district where you don't have a lot of choice right now, and people overall are happy with their local public school, I think the endorsement, the strength of the endorsement varies based on district to district. And in fact, you'll recall when I asked the governor about it, I asked her about endorsing primary opponents, and she said, I'm evaluating on a district to district basis. Jeff, let's pull out the looking glass and see what the future of our education institutions look like in 5 to 10 years. If we pass the school choice bill, will we have private schools for the elite and wealthy, and public schools will mostly be poor and more difficult to educate? Are there other states that have school choice now? Can we look at those, see what the repercussions have been? My mother was an educator her entire life and is still substitute teaching. She was not for school choice for fear of that it would destroy the public schools and leave the more vulnerable behind. So that's why when we've debated that on the show, that's a great statement of what concerns people have about the school choice proposal. And I've aired them to the proponents of school choice and asked them to, in fact, react to those. So we'll continue to have this discussion throughout the program because we are now dealing with the Republican governor in an unusual move, not an unprecedented move, but an unusual move, calling for the ouster of a sitting Republican legislator because he opposes her school choice agenda. How do you feel about that? Again, 3 ways to react to the program: 515-284-1040, American Topper and Accessories text line 515-989-1040, and your talkback feature where you hit that microphone on the iHeartRadio app and then record a message to me. Okay, you and I have been talking about retirement for some time now. Financially planning for retirement. I'm not ready to walk out the door tomorrow. So is Generation X truly ready for retirement? Generation X are people born in the mid to late 60s, and the generation generally ends, according to folks who track this, in the late 70s to early 80s. Let's talk to a retirement expert. Eileen Kerlin Walsh is on the line to talk it over with me. Eileen, welcome to Iowa Radio. Good morning.
I am delighted to be on Iowa Radio. Good morning to you, Jeff.
So, Eileen, look, a guy like me, who is Generation X, by the way, and I do segments all the time on preparing for retirement financially. Has that had an effect, Eileen? Are we actually ready for retirement? What do you think?
Well, Jeff, we are a bit nervous. I, too, am a Gen Xer, and we have some legitimate reasons to be nervous, but there is good news.
Give it to me.
Challenges. The challenges, let's look at those first, Jeff. So
okay.
We are more likely to have more student debt than the boomers before us. We're less likely to have the company pension. We are more likely to have delayed childbearing because we have those educational and professional opportunities, meaning now we have minor children and aging parents in addition to this impending retirement. And we've had so much exposure to Oprah and opportunity and living our best life that we do not want to go out to pasture. We want an exciting new chapter of our life as we enter retirement. So we have to plan for all of that. And 54% of us say that they are not so sure. So the good news, Jeff, is that we do have time. And we are in our highest earning decades, our 40s and our 50s. So we just need to buckle down. Probably if we get a good financial planner who's telling us we're behind, then we need to up that percentage. Not just 10%, but maybe closer to 30% goes into retirement saving and investment. We can invest in traditional retirement products as well as we're a little digital savvier than the boomers. So maybe we'll dip our toes into crypto and NFTs.
Well, and that's a good optimistic message to present, that even if you feel like you've fallen behind right now, the opportunities are still out there. That is estate planning attorney Eileen Kerlin Walsh. Eileen, thanks very much for joining me this morning on this important topic. Travel next with this guy named Rick Steves. Probably you've heard of him.
Right now, today's top stories from Des Moines news, traffic, and